The Brothers Grail acknowledges the Bindal and Wulgarukaba people of North Queensland and the Wurundjeri people of Melbourne, the traditional owners of the land we record on today. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We also recognise that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders have been custodians of the land, rivers and seas for at least 65,000 years and were the first storytellers. Brothers Grail, Brothers Grail, Brothers Grail, Brothers Grail. We are the Brothers Grail. Hello again. We are with Quindog, and we're with the captain. Hello, captain.
Yo.
How you going?
Feeling pretty good.
Living life?
Yeah, mate. I'm all over it. Ready to roll.
Very good. And we also have Kevin.
The real and only Kevin.
Oh, you're going, Kevin? You're leaning into Kevin this week?
What else?
The grand Kevin?
I have had some,
Kevin.
speaking of that, I have had some overwhelming feedback from some fans of ours that have gone, where did Kevin go on episode 2? And they also, by the way, said, where were the quotes? And quote. They want me to do the quotes and my voices. Because I forgot about that in the second one. No one's complained about the captain yet. Everyone's very
Wrong.
happy.
Yeah. Maybe I need to talk more. Maybe that's the thing.
So all right. So last time we had just met Noah, I believe, and we talked about how God had given him the plans for the ark and the cubits and whatnot, and gave him the instructions to bring all the animals onto the ark. Is that like everyone's happy with that? Everyone knows where we're up to?
Yep.
All over.
And I have, in the meantime, I've had a spreadsheet that we were just chatting about just a little bit ago. So I'm trying my best to keep track of all of the people who have existed until now. And so by my count, right now, we're at around about 1,630 years into the existence of the earth, according to God, right? Adam and Eve, they had Cain and Abel, they had all their babies, and then Seth and that. So we're up to Noah. So I think I'm just going to start ripping in. We're up to chapter 9. Is everyone on the edge of their seats?
No, I'm predicting it to be pretty boring. Go by the previous storytelling is my personal opinion. But I'm sure we'll find a way to make it a bit better.
Is it worth noting your little difference in the timeline where there's someone?
Well, like I can. So, no, we will, because we haven't flooded the earth just yet. Yeah, we haven't flooded the earth just yet. So, all right. So the Brothers Grail, Genesis chapter 9. Chapter 9. So God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Oh, hang on. Shit. Chapter 8. Oh, I've skipped a chapter.
This is a good start. Nellian.
Oh, I'm up to chapter 7. All right. I'm going to edit all that out.
You promised me better organization, and this is what you deliver.
Well, my marking up of the Bible, the little... Anyway, all right. We're up to... No more. I digress. Chapter 7. We all make mistakes. Chapter 7. Then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark, and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and his female, 2 each of animals that are unclean, a male and his female. Now, I think clean is farm animals, unclean is animals that eat other animals, I think.
So like domesticated and non-domesticated, basically.
A lie, because they eat blood. I think a clean animal eats grass, and I think an unclean animal eats meat. That's
okay.
I think. So,
do they herd animal? Like, do they have dogs? Have they domesticated the dog at this point?
I haven't heard anything about a dog yet. Except
they're the bronze.
Except
it wasn't the first help for a dog.
Before Eve, there was a dog. That's the only one so far. So no, I don't know. Also 7 each of birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days, I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made. And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters were on the earth. So Noah, with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives, went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. We still don't know any of the wives' names. It says clean animals again. 2 by 2 they went into the ship, into the ark to Noah, male and female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were on the earth. We're not hearing anything we haven't heard yet, have we?
Yeah.
We all know Noah.
Well, one thing I did see, what were they saying? 7 of each of the clean animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do love that 7.
Well, and it doesn't quite match up with male and female either. So there must be an odd male or female in there. One
you'd have maybe, do you have more females because you want to pump out more babies? I guess
maybe more females. Yeah.
Maybe it's just like one male and then just
one dude.
He can pump out 1 billion babies there.
Oh, that is true. Good point.
1 male and 6 helpers.
Isn't 7 supposed to be the number of God? Like,
is it?
5 is man, 6 is the devil, 7 is God.
Huh, I did not know that.
I thought that was
Maybe
just
that's
a
why
pixie.
there's all 7s.
We've had a few 7 references, the 77, the 7-fold. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, on the 17th day of the month, on that day, all of the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The next few, I don't know, stanzas or whatever repeat each other.
I do have one more thing to say. Sorry,
breaking something? Because this is boring.
Yeah.
We need interruption.
Yeah. So he said he's going to flood the earth, kill everything he's created.
Yeah.
What about fish?
That's
because he can't kill them.
No, you're right. They're just happily swimming.
It's just information they've just glossed over, I think.
That was their opportunity to take over, really.
We own everything. The other thing is he keeps on saying the water's coming up like through the ground, through geysers or whatever, and then they're saying it's raining for 40 days and 40 nights. So is it just going both ways?
I think so. Yeah, I think that movie, if we reference the Russell Crowe movie again.
Or is it that it's shooting up and then it's dispersing and coming down as rain?
I think it's both. I think it's coming from the bottom and of the top. He's just getting sprayed all over.
Water all up in there.
Water everywhere. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surfaces of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all the high hills under the whole heaven were covered. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward, which, by the way, 15 cubits was about 7 or 8 meters.
I could relook it up.
I think, yeah, it was about half scale or something, I thought. So it's not high. Quindog interjection. The true fact of the matter is that the ark itself was 30 cubits high, and the floodwaters reached a height of 15 cubits high. Therefore, the ark itself was twice as tall as the floodwaters, according to this book. Then it continues to close the chapter out by talking about how everything God had created so far has now just drowned in the flood, and it finishes by saying the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. Quindog out ejection. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive, and the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. So nearly 200 days of rain and then flood. Now, so that was chapter 9. Pretty fucking boring, really. But we knew that. We knew all that stuff. Nothing exciting. So I'm just going to keep through them. We're going to go to chapter 8. Chapter 8. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark.
He forgot about him?
I think.
He's like, oh shit, I left the tap on. Damn.
Yeah.
Go turn it off.
It sounds that way, hey. Just fucking forgot. He was just checking his phone or something. He was just chatting with the other gods.
I've done the same thing with the oven.
Yeah.
Fuck, I burnt dinner.
God made the wind pass over the world, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped. So, yeah, the bottom up and top down all stopped. and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. I looked that up, and they believe what they're talking about here was somewhere in that area. It was in Armenia or something like that, some mountains up in Armenia.
And what made them think that was the one? Like that, because that gives you no fucking information. To be clear, he could be anywhere on Earth at this point.
Well,
obviously,
no,
he's not. The whole story
also
takes place in
Suggested landscapes and size of mountains.
Yeah.
he was on a boat for 40 fucking days.
40 days.
Like, how long does it take to get her? Like, I don't know, but how long does it take to boat around the world or whatever? Like, how fucking travel in a boat?
If you can remember, way back at the start, there was some mention of where Eden was, which was like near Euphrates, top of the Euphrates, and some other river that went around here. And I think they've tried it like that's a roundabout. We think this area, and I think that's roughly where this Ararat mountain might be. Anyway,
cool.
It's true. What we know now is it's just all definitely
it's a
true.
factual hit.
Everything is exactly 100% true of Ararat. Then the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 10th, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So 15 cubits now is clearly higher than mountains. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which had been made. He sent out a raven which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground, but the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot. So one more girl in the Bible, just happens to be a bird. He waited yet another 7 days, very patient, and then he sent the dove out.
Another seven.
Another 7. They do love their 7s, don't they? Maybe that's why 7 is the number of the god. If I've never heard that, but
It's a Pixies song.
is it?
A monkey's gone to heaven.
Monkey
Man is
gone
5
to
if
heaven.
man is 5.
Oh,
And the devil is 6.
that's cool.
And God is
Pay more attention to that song.
You should. It's a good song.
It is a good song. And he waited another 7 days. The dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive. We've all heard this. The dove came back with an olive.
I've never heard of it, but I don't care.
I
Nah.
also like that. This is 10 months in.
Yep.
An olive tree survived underwater for 10 months without.
Yeah.
Mate, it's been 7 days or whatever. Mate,
Yeah. God.
he built the earth in 5 days. You can fucking rebuild a tree or whatever.
He's secretly working in the background. Well,
He's
that
just
was
like,
stuck in the
This
ark.
dove needs that fucking olive, mate. It needs
really
to be
It
done.
was just like, here, bird.
He
Expect
gave
it
the
off.
bird the olive branch. He had it in his room. He was like, oh shit.
Oh,
How am I gonna
I just clicked. So that's where the extended olive branch, except, yeah, okay. Yeah,
that's the olive branch. Another 7 days thing. So he waited another 7 days after that for whatever reason, and then he sent the dove out, and the dove did not return again. And
Well, probably called it for some reason.
Or maybe when you play,
Smirched him or something.
when you play fetch with a dog, and they bring back the stick, and you take the stick off them, and they're like, "What? That's my stick!"
Yeah.
And then they never bring the stick back ever again. I
Yeah.
reckon that's what the dove did. It came to pass 601st year of the thing. The waters were dried up, and Noah removed the covering from the ark, and the surface of the land was dry. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, "Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and cattle, and every creeping thing that creeps the earth, so that they may abound the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth." So Noah went out with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, blah, 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 right? Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma.
God loves his meat. Remember when he was fucking, he was like, fucking Abel, your fruit's no good, mate. Give me some more of that beef. And he's doing the same thing. It's like, if you want God to fucking be your shit, you got to go to the altar and you got to burn some meat or whatever.
Some meat.
Why did they bother with the dove if God's just going to tell them when to leave anyway? They're like, send these doves out. And then, oh yeah, you can go now.
Go now, yeah. Wait till God says that. But
Was the dove from the ark?
Yes. Yeah.
No,
Those
he found
birds
a
are...
dove in the ocean.
No,
Wait a minute.
no, but yeah, I wasn't listening. It was very
They said
boring.
take
It was a
I think it
turtle
was
dove.
7 of every bird as well.
Yes, 7 of every bird for
Even
whatever
though,
reason. Yeah.
even though most of the birds are dirty and
Yeah.
eat meat.
Well, not all. Like a dove
Well,
definitely. A dove doesn't. An eagle, yeah. But you know what I am a little surprised that no one's picking up on? So Noah has just hopped out of the boat with very, very, very limited animals on the earth and then fucking burns a heap of them.
I actually was getting to that, yeah.
What the fuck? I reckon this is where
And
unicorns went.
Specifically for God, who doesn't need to eat food
But,
or
no,
need the
but
food.
in that 10 months, they could have all had a litter too. So maybe they're just burning the children.
They're burning the babies. They're burning the babies
Real.
of the main animals.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
yeah.
mate. And what did God tell him to do it? Did he just know instinctively, like, this is the right God wanted me to keep them on this boat for 40 days and 40 nights, and now he wants me to burn them.
Well,
Like,
you don't reckon they're not passing the stories down of Cain and Abel about how Cain made fruit, like fruit.
Do not bring God fruit.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Well, that's why the wine for Jesus is his blood, and it's not just a fruit that you eat.
Yeah.
You drink the blood, you know.
God wanted blood. No, but the other thing too is didn't worry about making shelter, making safety. Moving the land, he's like,
Yeah.
altar, kill.
Yep. Altar, kill, praise God, and then we get on with our lives. Yeah.
How muddy is the land? And salt, the land's salt, right? It's all salt water. Or maybe that's where all the fish went. They all got desalted.
No, but it'd dilute a little bit more if it fills the world, that much more the salt's all diluting.
Well, it was all rain and stuff, so it's all.
So
It wasn't.
oh, but it's all
the ocean water. Yeah, it wasn't.
But it's all eventually become.
Yeah.
Is it more? Is it bonus water? Did he add? Because God didn't create the water. The water was already there.
It was
Has he just found some bonus water and just tipped it on Earth? Is that where it came from?
well, he didn't create the water, so he had to fill it.
Because to flood the whole Earth now, you couldn't use the water that's already here. You'd have to like melt the icebergs and shit.
And
Well,
bonus water.
Well, but you need bonus water. Where's the water coming?
I like the bonus water theory. I have to put that to some people. Oh, crap. I've lost where I'm up to. He burnt some animals and the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Nor will I again.
Can I just say, I love that the people are speaking for God. They're like, I know what he thinks in his heart, and it's this. You know?
Oh, no, he's talking to him, isn't he? He's talking from the heavens.
Didn't he say he thinks in his heart or speaks in his heart or something?
No, well, he said in his heart. Yeah, I guess so. He said in his heart.
Himself, like, I'm not going to do that again. They just assume that.
Well, no, maybe he's telepathic. He can just talk. Like
I want to know.
because he's already smelling. Like he's smelling the aroma, so he's doing shit.
He's got sense
He's
skills.
there.
Yeah.
What? No, they're just assuming what he said.
Well, I know.
I
He
go
just
back.
flooded the fucking earth. You gotta.
Now,
He just fucked him up.
if he just flooded the earth, I'm not assuming he's not going to do that again. He loves us. I'm thinking he could do this any day. I need to be on his good side and burn more animal.
Well, there's a little bit. We're about to transition, but there's a one line in a minute that sort of implies that, but not about God. Anyway.
Sorry, but before we go on, just quick.
Yep.
So, God, like, I still don't fully understand why God decided it was necessary to kill everything. He's just like, there's a bit of murder, there's like a bit of eating some fruit,
Yeah.
and
No,
he
the fruit
obviously.
happened way back.
Yeah,
but you're
yeah,
on about the
that's
murder.
it.
You're on about the murder.
So there's like
And
2 or
raping
3
of women.
murders.
Raping of the men's daughter.
Oh, it was the raping of women. Yes.
So he had to murder everyone because of the rape, Captain.
Okay. So yes. So he had to do the murder.
By the
Diced them up
way-
really slowly or some shit.
Everyone Noah and his family have ever known, all of their family, all of their cousins and friends, fucking God just murdered them. And then he hopped off the boat. It's like,
And
I'm
built an altar to it.
going to build you an altar and cook you some meat.
And
Man,
how pure can Noah be if he goes, "Oh, you're going to kill everyone? I'm not telling you, pal.
Check.
He's gonna go build.
Yeah,
a
I'm
boat.
just secretly building a boat.
He could have given him a little warning, like,
Could've, he
"Hey
could've.
guys,
Hey,
build a boat."
yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
no
Well, let's all get
concept
to the
of,
mountaintop.
No concept of grief or funerals at this point,
No.
I assume.
No, they just
And-
moved on.
So, sorry, back to my point.
Yeah, sorry.
I digress or whatever.
Yeah.
God is just, like, all that's happened is he's got, like, I'm going to kill everyone. He's killed everyone. They've got off. Noah's built a fucking altar, burnt some sheep for him or whatever. What made him decide I'm never doing that again? Like, why did he decide? Was it he's just like, oh, it's ineffective because I know humans are just shit.
He hasn't
Like,
done anything right yet.
Narratively, that is so fucking nonsensical. It makes no sense.
So if he'd have followed
He's
through
an
on the
inconsistent
original murder, when he said to Adam and Eve, "Don't you dare eat the fruit, I'm going to
Would've
fuck
just
you
killed
up."
2 people.
And so no, he's like, no, I'm going to let that slide. And then he must have like, when you get tense, you're like, oh, they're not listening to me. Oh, they're doing it again. Don't do that, guys. Stop
Yes.
raping. Stop the raping. Stop the this. And then he just lost his shit.
Overcorrection.
That's it.
Overcorrection.
Yeah.
They could like explain that. Like if he's gonna communicate some shit, like you said, he's just murdered this dude's entire family.
Everyone.
Like just maybe be like, hey mate, I might have gone a bit overboard there, lost a bit of temper. I will never do that again.
Yeah.
Like there'll be some 4-fold or 7-fold.
Yeah, so he does. He
whatever.
does say that. He just said, "I'm never going to do that again." He just said it.
He didn't say it.
He did. He goes,
No,
"Listen."
he said it. He
I
didn't
will
explain
never-
why.
I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, even though the imagination of a man's heart is evil from his youth.
He said that in his heart. He didn't say that.
He did say it in his
They've
heart.
assumed.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I think because we're
One last thing before we
not
move
gonna
on.
solve this one. Yeah.
One last thing before we move on, and it's just a comment.
Yeah.
I think this is the kind of shit that explains why people are like, the human race is, everything's fucked, the world's over, etc. Because they're like, God's already at this point when just a little bit of raping and some fruit eating has gone on and a couple of murders. He's like, oh, there's only been a handful of humans or whatever. Like, there's not that much going on. And God's already, and he said, I'm never going to murder everyone again, but all humans are scum, is what he literally just said.
Much,
And now we're like,
You're on your own now.
You're on your own.
You're asshole.
and now we're watching the news and we're seeing like evil shit and we're like, oh, mate. So all these psychos that are like believing this shit are just like, mate, yeah, we're back. Oh, slaughter the world. We need to ascend or whatever.
We need another flood. We need another.
We need the earth beyond saving.
Yeah.
Beyond saving. Yeah.
We're all evil in our heart unless we know God. So I will never destroy everything again. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. So once again, that's another chapter done. I reckon we push on because this is all pretty, nothing too great in any of this. So now we go on to chapter 9. Oh. Definitely chapter 9 this time. Oh. So God blessed Noah and his sons, and he said to them again, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that move on the earth, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given to your hand.
I don't feel like many animals dread us.
Well, Noah just saved them all, and he has control. He's in charge of their life or death.
Killers.
Yeah, a
He
couple of
did
them take us
sacrifice a few of them, to be fair.
A couple of them take us down. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. Because he's going back saying that same stuff as he did the first time. So it's just like part 2. Hey, it's like that Dan Brown book where the first 5 chapters are exactly the same. He's just started again. Now. All right. Be fruitful, multiply. You own all the animals. But you shall not eat flesh with its life. That is its blood. So you got to cook the food. Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning. From the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds a man's blood whoever sheds man's far out. This is going to be a heavily edited part. Because I struggled reading this the first time because it's written so in a way that's so hard to read.
So hang on. Blue meat, people who like that.
Gone.
That shit's fucking straight to hell.
Don't eat that blood, you fuck. Okay. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he made man. So I think what he's saying there is if I murder you, Kevin, someone else is allowed to murder me.
But then
Death penalty. Yeah.
And then it sort of feels like it's a...
This is the whole eye for an eye.
Well, it sounds like it's a perpetual thing because whoever then murdered me... Does that...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, like
that's also a complete reversal of his previous sevenfold bullshit or whatever he was fucking going on about.
Yeah.
Just before the floods.
Yes. If you kill someone's just allowed to kill you.
He's basically just gone, okay, post-flood, slaughter. You know, if someone kills you, kill them. Just war, get in there, slaughter them. Yeah, conquer, get in there.
Take them down.
Yeah.
And as for you, be fruitful and multiply. Bang, bang. All about this multiply. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, all that go out of the ark and every beast of the earth. Thus I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature, blah, 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 blah. I set my rainbow in the cloud. So do you remember that part? You remember that? You've never...
No.
Yeah, so that was... So because every time it rains, he puts his rainbow up in the sky to make sure that we know he's not about to murder us all again.
Oh.
Yeah?
And that's why they don't like the gays having a rainbow flag, is because that's meant to be God's reminder. It's meant to be his reminder that he's not slaughtering us. It's not about being...
the reminder.
I never put that together. They've hijacked the covenant, the sign of the covenant.
The sign of the covenant of God not murdering us ever again.
Yeah. And they've just put it as a tolerance thing.
Yeah.
How dare they make us tolerant?
Yeah, I never knew that.
Sorry, quick one as well.
Mhm.
So is it implying that, and I could be just overstretching it, but if there's a mass flood that kills a lot of people, God didn't do that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what the rainbow at the end is for.
Yeah, well,
So God doesn't control weather or natural events. Can we say that definitively?
Well, he hasn't murdered everybody.
So it, specifically everybody is what he said? He just occasionally do a bit of murder.
Of the earth or something, yeah. A flood of the waters, never be a flood to destroy the earth.
Okay, so you just a bit of...
He can still murder a couple of people.
Technically, if he's controlling the earth or whatever, could you say that the floods are what he's supposed to be doing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's still murdering, but he's not murdering the whole earth.
Yeah, he just does it in patches now.
Like he puts the rainbow up to go, I'm not fucking everyone up, but
Just a few.
You fucking a couple of thousand, bend over, motherfuckers. Yeah, here I go. Yeah.
Especially if you're poor. If you're in a poor country that can't build shit good, you're gonna drown.
See ya. I set my rainbow, blah, blah, blah. Then it repeats that shit again a couple of times. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham, you'd love that name, Ham, don't you?
It's a shit name.
It sounds like you could never take him seriously. It's like Ralph.
It's like Porkins from from Star Wars. Porkins, the fat dude.
I don't know who that is.
He's like he's the fat pilot that blows up when they're fighting the Death Star or whatever.
Porkins.
His name is Porkins.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, so Ham Porkins. We're gonna call him Ham Porkins from now on. Now I think
I picture him as being a chubber.
The sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham Porkins, and Japheth. And Ham Porkins was the father of Canaan. These were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent.
Became what, sir?
Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent.
So he's
Got naked in the tent.
drunk.
He's stalkers, yeah.
I mean, everyone's done that.
Everyone's done that.
Why is this important?
Well,
We can't talk about why God has decided never to do a mass murder of the whole population again. That's irrelevant information. But Noah getting drunk off his own supply and getting nude in his tent, high importance.
His
needs
entire
to be in the fucking
bloodline
Bible.
just got wiped out. Leave the fucking man
yeah,
alone.
he's drowning his sorrows.
No, I'm pro Noah in this. I would, mate. We're all drinking right now. I'm pretty confident. So not against the drinking.
No,
Not against Noah's actions. Just the inclusion of this information in the Bible when we don't understand God's motivations for not murdering everyone ever again.
Yeah, there's a
At
whole
least
heap
at
of
this-
a whole heap of moral things that could be discussed right now, but you're saying why focus on Noah getting drunk in his tent?
Correct. Also, there's also like 3 women in the entire Bible as an example. And they're just people are just the lists, etc.
least
My
they
narrative,
had
the narrative is fucked. Yeah.
At least they had wives this time. So it's 3 separate bloodlines that can sort of.
No, they're not 3 separate. It's Noah and his 3 kids.
True.
Yeah,
But the wives are all different. The wives aren't
Yeah,
his
true.
daughters.
but they're
At
going to
least,
have
theoretically.
nieces and nephews.
The wives aren't worth knowing their lineage.
Anyway,
You don't know the wives' lineage.
They're definitely going to get into that stuff in a minute. But let me, because this is an interesting little story.
Hang on, just 1 second.
Yeah.
They're going to get to know their cousins well.
Yes, they're going to get to know their cousins. Yes, they have already been for 1600 years, by the way, because there was no option, because there were 2 humans to start with, and they had to be banging cousins and sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles and there were grandparents around the same. There was definitely grandparents banging each other because they were living for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds a year.
Well, inbreeding, to some degree, inbreeding has to be necessary at certain points for things to survive.
Let me just really quickly consult. I'm going to quickly consult my spreadsheet. And so Seth, while he was alive, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 generations. Seth definitely fucked one of his great grandkids.
Have they established polygamy at this point? Like, if the dude's got multiple wives?
Yeah, there's been 2
At
wives.
least
Yeah,
one.
It was Cain.
The only issue is if you're fucking someone.
It was
If
Cain.
you
No,
Yeah.
it was Jabal.
Oh, sorry, Lamech. Yeah. Anyway,
make
so-
him get it on.
anyway,
So, but the only time fucking is no good is if you're not married to. That's rape.
but they still
and that's
have
when the
never
earth
talked
was
about
born.
marriage after Adam and Eve. They said wives. They have been.
They say wives.
Yeah,
they just don't
yeah.
talk about marriage as
Yeah.
a concept.
All right.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go back 1 sentence. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham Porkish?
Porkins.
Porkins.
Don't you besmirch his name.
I've already forgot.
Say
And-
Lord Porkins' name in vain or
Wait.
whatever.
And Ham Porkins, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his 2 brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness.
So seeing a dick, no good.
No good. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew that his younger son, and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, "Cursed be Canaan. A servant of servants he shall be to his brethren.
Slave.
And he said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant." So I'm unsure whether he's given Shem some credit here.
What did Shem do again?
So
Did
Shem's
Shem
the
just-
brother.
oh,
So Shem and Japheth went backwards. They backed up to naked dad.
But the other fella, is it because he saw him naked? He's like, "Oh, mate, you saw me naked."
Yeah, I think so. Ham Porkins saw him naked.
So now he's shunned.
And so he said, "Cursed be Canaan. A servant of servants shall be to his brethren." So Ham, who's the father of Canaan, so yeah, he's like, "Fuck you, Ham, and all your Canaan people. A servant of servants shall be to his brethren." And he said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem."
Is Noah just like an alcoholic, abusive man who's just stumbling? shun you. Like, what authority does he have?
It does sound like that, eh? He's just woken up. Shem, you're first.
In context of the story, the way it's told, it's he got wasted and then just woke up and got pissed off at people for putting some covering on it.
He also assumed he knew who did what.
He knew. He was watching.
Woke up from a drunk stupor and he's like,
Ham Hawkins
covered me. Only one person would cover me.
That's my helper's job, is to cover my groin.
Yeah, where was my
Her
helper?
mouth.
Where was my
Specifically her mouth.
And then shouldn't the sin be on him for being naked?
He was in his tent. You can do what happens in your tent.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
They didn't point out the tent.
First slave.
Not allowed to be
What?
naked in front of people, drinking cool, which is good. I agree with.
How many times have you done a nudie run? When you
There was one
Recently?
time Luke picked me up, took me to a party. He was naked the entire time in the car ride. We've gotten to the party, picked up, I think, Megan, and then he took us home the whole time. No,
The highlight of that.
It was a moody drive.
Yeah. So
The highlight of that was, I remember pulling up and there were like cops nearby, like walking to a person on the side of the road. And in my head, because I was 100% sober, by the way, I was not breaking any laws other than potential public nudity.
Public nudity.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, if a cop comes over right now and I
Just
have
naked.
and
So
I'm just,
you're not getting up cursing people for seeing you naked. That's not. You're not part of
No.
Noah's clan.
I was concerned the popo might overreact to my nudity because my intentions of the nudity wasn't sexual harassment. It was to like make my brother have to deal with like, mate, I'm picking you up. I'm gonna be
And I can no.
Zero.
Yeah.
The captain.
yeah.
and
It
Kevin.
went back on me.
Love
But he got-
stories of the captain and Kevin.
Yeah.
All right. So he's getting up, cursing everyone. Blessed be the thing. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. End of chapter. Yeah.
Save the world. Got drunk. Dead.
Yeah.
got
Yeah, he did-
angry at everyone for seeing him drunk and naked.
He did two
Yeah.
notable things in his life. He built an ark, and he got naked in his tent. And he got backed up on by his two kids.
And he got fucking dumb drunk. Like
Yeah.
fucking wasted.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna go for a quick break. I'm gonna top up a drink, and then we go on to chapter. Well, I won't do chapter 10 because it's the gym. Anyway, we'll come back in a minute. I'll
How many
do-
fucking chapters are there, by the way? Do you know?
Even didn't think it.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh,
No.
hang on. Can you tilt up a little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. You better be skipping many a chapter.
Yeah. Genesis gets to about here. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna go top my drink up. Then we're gonna get into chapter 10, but we won't.
Roger.
Chapter 10. And we're back. All right. So Brothers Grail, we're gonna rip into chapter 10, but we're gonna fucking skip through this shit because this is another one of those genealogy chapters. The genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, Porkish.
Hawkins.
Hawkins. No. Sorry.
Culturally significant name like Hawkins, mate.
Shem, Ham, Porkins, and Japheth to the sons. So this is them just trying to fucking repopulate the earth, basically. So there are a few names that stood out to me, which I thought I had previously highlighted, but I haven't. So there's there's sons and grandsons, and fucking it goes on for ages. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog. There was one named Dodonum. Then it goes into the Sam, the sons of Ham, Porkins. He had a kid named Cush, one named Put. Put or Put.
Mut.
Put, come here, Put. One named Canaan, who I think eventually becomes, like we were talking about before, about the Canaanites. Because I think we're at the stage right now, we're not into countries yet. We're into like family groups at the stage of the thing. So they become ites. So Cush, Put, Canaan. There's one that I really liked. Cush begot Nimrod.
Is that a transformer?
Nimrod?
I know it's a Green Day album.
Is it? Nimrod. Man,
It's
they're all...
There's also a Pixies song called Nimrod's Son, which
Yeah.
now they have a song called Euphrates. They're 555,
Dude.
666. Maybe,
So they're
mate,
all-
American music is so full of Jesus shit,
Yeah,
and we just don't get it because we're not about Jesus. You know what I mean?
We're going to pick up on more of it now because of this. So, but Nimrod, by the way, he's a special dude, which I'm going to have to note in my spreadsheet because it says.
I just assumed it meant you were a dumb cunt.
No, well, I thought so too.
Yeah.
But let's be very clear. Nimrod, he began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore, it is said, quote, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord.
So he was a mighty hunter. Therefore, it was said he was a mighty hunter.
Yes, exactly.
How did Nimrod not take off as a name for a powerful man?
I know.
Why?
Instead, it's a fool.
Yeah, because he's a fucking mighty hunter and he gets a special mention very clearly in the Bible. So Nimrod is...
I'm thinking of Hot Rod when I was talking about Transformers, which is just a card, not Nimrod. Yeah, okay.
No, all good. And then it starts talking about kingdoms of Babel, and so I think they're just trying to say, Ham and Japheth, Ham, Porkins, Japheth, and Shem, they're having babies, sending them off around, this whole area, which was Israel and Jordan and Iraq, like goes right across to the Euphrates and all that sort of stuff. So all that whole area, they're just sort of populating. They're naming some towns, which I'm not going to go through. They mentioned the Philistines, which I'm a little confused about right now, but the Philistines are also a people and a place which are in pretty much current day Palestine. So I don't know if there's a little link between Philistine and Palestine. I don't know how that works. Canaan, he started having babies, and then it lists I think the family groups: the Jebusite, the Amorite, the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Arkite, and the Sinite or Sinite. And so it's listing all these ites. So I think they're just family groups. It says, afterward, the families of the Canaanites were dispersed. So they must be all of the families of the Canaanites, right? I don't fully get that, and it's probably pointless getting into that. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go toward Gerar, as far as Gaza. Then as you go towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, as far as Lashes. So I think, I don't know if they're all still places, but, well, Sodom and Gomorrah, they get wiped off the map. But I think the other places are places and they exist and they're all in that sort of region. And children were born also to Shem, the father of blah, blah, blah. And the sons of Shem were Asher, which I thought was a nice name. Arphaxad, Lud. There was one of them named Peleg, Elmadad, Dikla. I thought it was cool. And their dwelling place was from Mesha as you go toward Sephar, the mountain to the east. And these were the sons of Shem, families according to the language. These were the families and the sons of Noah according to their generations, etc., etc. So chapter 10, is everyone happy? That's just...
I'm not happy.
People having babies. What about Ask Her?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That was
Dickla was pretty good, or whatever. What?
Yeah, Dickla.
You're not allowed to see a dick, but you can be called Dick.
You can be
Lot,
called Dick
or whatever.
Lots, yeah.
Dickla.
Yeah, I liked.
There's an og or something.
I liked Putt. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Putt. Anyway, so that was chapter 10. So let's just slip straight into.
Waste of text.
Can you do a chapter?
Chapter 11. Oh,
Thank you, Kevin. That was off the cuff. Oh, come on. All right. Chapter 11. Now, I don't know if you have heard this. I remember hearing this when I was in grade 4 in religious studies, right? So ready? Now, the whole earth had one language and one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They had brick for stone and they had asphalt for mortar, and they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city
and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them, right? So he's going, they're working really fucking well together right now. They're doing a really fucking good job. And then he goes, nothing will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language that they may not understand one another's speech.
He's like, this shit's working too well.
Yeah.
Let's fuck it up.
Yeah. That sounds like to me that they were doing some good shit.
He's like a reality show producer. He's like, these cunts are getting along too well.
Yeah.
I'm going to shake it up. Hey, Billy, that motherfucker was talking about you.
Yes. Yeah, he reckons.
Oh.
The concept of language has never been brought up before, and now they've. Well, no, I've definitely never heard of it.
Yeah.
But up until this point in the Bible, definitely I feel like they haven't mentioned language or how people communicate.
Yeah.
It's just like it just exists, and now suddenly they're like, let's complicate. Like language does exist.
I also like how he's
God made language complicated. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Why is he confused? They all come from one place, and he's like, they speak the same language.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. But no, but clearly this is.
Did he not create the language? He's been talking to him the whole time.
Yes.
He's-
He has.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
obviously, so I reckon by this stage, by the time they start telling this story, that's where like the trade routes are coming across from Asia or whatever, and then they're coming up from. But well, they have
What
to.
Asia?
But they
He
have
didn't
to
create the roads.
but they have to explain, like, to their kids, why did that weird dude come into town and I couldn't understand the words he was saying, and they were like, because God. You know what I mean?
Just said things are too easy.
Yeah, we were all the same people. Then he just
was-
like, nah, I've got to confuse this shit.
I
he
keep
was
going
bored.
I keep going back to when Kevin pointed out that the Bronze Age just existed already,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they went into a lot of
Yeah.
detail then about how cool it was that they were making bricks.
That was
and-
back instructor of every craftsman of the bronze. So that was back in the year 160.
So the Bronze Age has existed, but he's like, mate, you've made a brick using language.
Yeah.
I need to hang on. Let me create a new language and confuse everybody.
Mhm.
You made a brick. No, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's all so fucking dumb.
But
man.
everyone's
It makes
everyone's
me
getting
so
along.
angry.
No one's murdered anyone for a little while, and then he's just like,
Yeah.
He's just looking for
trying
an
to
excuse to
cause
break his own
chaos.
promise again.
Yeah, he wants a reason to flood the earth again. He's trying
Early on, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna punish you for eating that fruit." Oh, actually, I won't. And then he killed everyone, and he was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna kill anyone again." And now he's like,
They're
"Maybe I can make
cooperating.
an excuse to do a kill."
how long is this? How long has this been? Did they say how long?
I don't. Well, so
There was a few children.
I've done my little spreadsheet here, and I've tracked out Faxad and Peleg and Serug and Nahor and all these people. So we're up
I
to
went through the flood.
the one that lived longer than the flood
No. The guy
was
that was born,
Methuselah.
he was born at the flood.
Oh no, a year after, a year or two, 2 years after the flood. See my little arrow there? So
They did not waste time. They were getting down and dirty.
bang
and
it.
He's like,
mud
first we burn the
yeah.
animals, then we get to know each other.
yeah,
He was not just naked that one time when he was drunk in the tent. He was getting down and dirty immediately. Oh, it could have been his kids or whatever. I don't know.
they still also needed wine to,
Wine should have been a high priority. Like I'm fully supporting getting like, oh, we're just stuck with mud pits and sacrifice altars. Let's build a vineyard.
If-
Yeah, get on that.
If
Maybe-
Cain had brought God a flagon instead of some fruit,
Although,
then he would have praised the wine over the meat. I reckon.
You're saying drugs are the answer to make God a better
Yeah.
God.
but maybe that's the problem now is Noah's made the wine. God's like, hell yeah, I'm born.
Oh, so God's just up. God's
He's
just
up
up getting
there.
smashed,
Um,
now he's actively trying to fucking fuck him up. He's like, oh, we're gonna give him different languages. So God's up there just playing games now.
You know, real funny if we like fucking We'll confuse these. Yeah, give them. Yeah.
He's doing what we're doing, where he's like, mate, nah, no, I disagree, mate. Nah, it should be, fuck you. That's what I'm saying. New language.
Fuck them cunts.
Should be fuck you.
All right. So they can't understand each other's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they
What does that look like?
and
They
they
start flicking cunts around the map. What does that mean? Where has
along
any
and
point?
communicating. You speak different, and you're over there.
bang. Yeah.
Like, separate people who are getting along is the wrong decision.
Fuck off. This shit's bullshit.
That's the dumbest thing so far.
Is it?
I reckon.
You reckon? Because they were working together really good, and God's like, nah, language fucked, and bing.
Because he's like, the whole time he's like, we need to get along, we need to not murder, we need to
He's
do this.
gone fully
And then he
backflipped
went-
on himself, hasn't he? He is drunk.
He's like, what the fuck he's doing? Talking and building shit. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I reckon a new writer's taken over for God. That's my theory. It's some other cunts come in and it's
Mix
like
it up.
comic books. How there's like a new writer for it. It's like Spider-Man number 1 through 42 was this cunt. Now it's just like new dudes come in and he's like, nah, my interpretation of God is that he's a wild cunt. He's a wild cunt. He's just spreading people. Like, we need to move forward.
Yeah, this story
Where's
is getting,
language?
but he was right, because the story was getting pretty boring.
Yeah,
So he's
it
done
is
the
more
right
exciting.
He's
thing.
captured me.
Yeah,
I'm in.
he's back in.
I don't
So-
think it's more exciting though.
So-
I'll wait till there's some more murders.
Well, think about how much change happens from one line to the next from time to time in this story so far. So just wait. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe there's nothing exciting, but so the Lord scattered them abroad from all over the face of the earth, and they ceased building the city. So they're cooperating, making a nice city, and then he's like, fucking gone. Therefore, so I don't know why this is a therefore, but therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all earth. So the town or the city must be
Is it?
Babel.
Babylon, because it's not finished.
It's not finished city, no.
You got halfway through Babylon.
Babel.
Like,
maybe it's-
definitively,
No, it's Babel
definitively,
because everyone started babbling.
de-
It was like just
definitively,
babbling to each other. No, I don't think that's right either. Don't nod at me, Kevin. That was a stupid joke, and you nodded.
You know,
You nodded like you.
I appreciated the joke. I liked it.
Now, fuck, it does it again. It goes, like, we've just gone through the genealogy of Shem, but now, once again, it says, this is the genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old, and we got Arxaphad. So then it just goes, again, fucking about all this shit, right? So he was born, this one was born, 400 years. I think their ages are starting to slowly get smaller, though. So I'm a few generations in, and he says, after he begot Nahor, Serug lived 200 years and begot sons and daughters. Nahor lived 29 years and begot Terah. Terah, we've got to remember. After he begot Terah, Nahor lived 100 years, etc. Then it says, this is the genealogy of Terah. Terah begot Abram. He is our new character, right?
Okay. So before we go further on Terra,
Yeah.
I just want to point
No,
out
not
that
Terah. Terah's not a thing. It's Abram. But yep.
yeah, but Final Fantasy VI, one of the greatest games ever made. Key character, her name's Terra, and she's
Ooh.
like a mystical, magical character.
Well,
isn't Terra also a word for like land?
I don't know. Well,
Terra.
Terranalius.
Terrain.
Yeah, but that's Terra. I think this. So this
Yep.
is Terah. But every time I
Different.
read Terra in here, I think of a woman, but I think it's a man because it just looks like Sarah.
You
or something
reckon
to me.
Terra is a man?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, then it's not
To
that.
start
I'm
as
just
they've
saying, but-
mentioned it.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
just all the first sons. So it goes down the line of first sons. This is the genealogy of Terah. Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. So you got to remember this because I'm about to tell you something that is also fucked, and it's really hard to understand. So I'm going to read it to you, and you've got to try to understand because it took me a while to figure this out. Right. So Terah is, let's say, Terah's granddad. Right. So Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. So 3 brothers: Abram, Nahor, Haran. Haran begot Lot, Lot. So there's grandkid named Lot. Okay. this is irrelevant, but it says Haran died before his father Terah in his native land in Ur of the Chaldeans. So Uncle Haran, he died. Lot's still kicking along. His kid. Then Abram and Nahor, the two brothers, took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran.
Bet she had some milkers. Sorry. Sex doesn't exist, and I'm part of it, but it was worth it.
Supposed to pay attention to.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
It's the right person, but it's the wrong reason. All right, I'm going to read.
So hang on.
I'm going to read.
Was it the granddaughter? No, the
niece?
niece. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to read that bit again. Abram and Nahor, brothers, took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, so whatever, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran,
Who was his brother?
the father of Milcah and the father of Iscah, right? So Abram's brother just married his fucking niece, Milcah, which, Milcah.
Yeah.
She's 1 degree separated from a helper, really.
At this point, I just think
Hmm.
inbreeding is just okay.
Is it
I'm not gonna look down on
overtly-
inbreeding.
Is it overtly okay in the Bible to just go, one of our main characters' brother hooked up with his niece?
Yeah. I think it's unnecessary to call it out.
You're blaming me.
No. I'm calling out the Bible.
Oh, you've seen the messenger down, right?
No, I'm
Luke's been
Yeah,
wise
no,
on
I
the Bible.
know.
I'm
Yeah, it's
calling
your
out
fault.
the Bible. Like I keep going back to the narrative. If I'm writing the holy fucking book, I would gloss over inbreeding because
Well, that's what it did because listen,
For
let's
storytelling
that.
reasons, incest is very interesting.
The wording of this sentence is so confusing that I think that maybe they did try. It's good because it says, right? I'm going to read it again, and I know this is going to be boring for everyone, but Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. So they've tried, throw in the fog of the language, trying to hide the fact. I reckon because it took me 4 times to read that and go, "What the fuck is going on here?"
I reckon they just wanted to say milker again.
They just wanted to say Milcah twice. There's
It's
2
my
of them.
theory.
There's 2.
You can never prove it, so I'm just asserting my theory here, which is as relevant as anyone else's theory on why they might have mentioned it. I would say
I
is
disagree, but
well, who else has more authority than me?
The Catholic, the preacher.
I am the preacher.
All right.
The Milker, they just wanted to say Milker more than once. That's my theory. They came up with the name Milker and they were like, that's a good
That's
name.
banging
I don't want to
name.
waste it on a throwaway lineage section. Let's add some inbreeding to add some intrigue and so people really focus on milking. That's what I'm about.
On milking. All right. I'm not gonna read that line again because I've read it 6 times, but the next line
just
sort of jumps out of nowhere. So Abram had his wife Sarai, right? The next line says, "But Sarai was barren; she had no child."
Boo!
Exactly.
Poor helper. Boo!
Why even mention her?
Boo!
His wife.
No.
Oh, she plays some cool roles.
It's irrelevant.
She does some cool shit later.
There's the concept of
So is she going to get
obviously
some?
first
vibe?
barren woman canonically, first barren woman to exist. Yeah, I just find it interesting that occasionally they throw in things like the concept of being barren
Well, it's
because it's
don't,
like
don't get too carried away with the Baron just yet because it becomes a key thread in the story.
well, I can imagine it being you read Game of Thrones, you read fucking like a woman being barren is my beautiful wife and
Helper.
I were walking. My beautiful helper and I were walking through a park one day, and some people were like, "Oh, barren bitch."
Serious?
Like, yeah, years ago.
Holy
But
shit.
like being barren, which by the way, they didn't know us, they were just homeless people. But it was just an attack on a woman being not having a child
Yeah, but they fucking know.
because we were a couple of 23-year-olds without children or whatever.
What, they don't think kids ever go somewhere else?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but we.
That's where you're going to talk. But
My point,
yeah,
the point I was
barren
getting at
in the
was-
Bible is such a bad thing. You're not allowed to be barren. Because
yeah,
your
and
job as a woman is to have babies for the men.
my point was the barren thing. Obviously, never been mentioned before. God's never said anything about it, but God has to have created the like.
Hang on. God said about 89 times already, go forth and multiply. That's pretty much the only thing he's telling everyone over and over and over.
Which
Every
also
time he
is the
said
only
that,
role
all
of
I
the
can
make.
think of is Monty Python. Every sperm is sacred. When was that?
Yeah.
I don't know, is it? Is that
It's a song
the
that's
Holy Grail or whatever?
about, I don't know, Catholic
Yeah.
and how they can't use condoms and they have 30
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I think of every time.
Every sperm is
Didn't you?
sacred.
Sorry.
But God has never, at this point, God has never said like if you're helper and you're barren, it's because you're evil. There's no.
Yeah, but it's a big deal
Brings
because the point is to multiply. So that's why it's important to this narrative.
And
Right.
and to the whole descendants thing gets talked about. I might have skipped over some of that, but there's descendants, and you're gonna, your
Begot.
seed is gonna, your seed is gonna be produce kings and all that sort of weird shit.
And
So
also, my assumption is there's going to be a way he has his lineage continue. So I'm guessing they're pointing this out as to a reason
yeah.
why.
So our new heroes, because I'm just about to finish this chapter. So I'll really quickly finish, and then I'll point out who our new heroes are. Sarai was barren and she had no child, and Terah.
She's not the hero, is my prediction.
well,
Too barren.
I'm not going to give it away. We need to rope people in. We need to rope people in. But Sarai was barren and she had no child, and Terah took his son Abram and his grandson Lot, who is Haran's kid. That Haran's the one that died. His grandson Lot, the son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur as a town of the Chaldeans, to go to the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran and dwelt there. So the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Right. So we've, that's the whole genealogy shit of all them people. Our new heroes are Abram. We hear a lot about Abram. We hear a lot about Lot, which, fuck, that's a shit name.
That's just what the Lot
you
next
hear a
door
lot
to my
about Lot.
place is for.
We hear a lot about Lot. Yeah, you're right. And he gets tied up in some stories that sort of tangential, but like ones that I've definitely heard about, and Lot gets tossed into these stories weirdly. Anyway, we'll get there at some point. And Sarai is a bit of a main character. Like, even though she's a woman and she definitely is not a main character in that the Lord talks to her or she's important in any of those ways, but she is a narrative driver in some of these parts, which is pretty cool.
So who was she again?
She is Abram's wife. So Abram is
Barren wife.
the barren wife, correct. So Abram is our new Noah. Noah's gone. Abram is now our new main story.
And his wife was no one, but this new barren bitch,
Protagonist.
someone.
No, that is his wife, Sarai.
Yeah, his barren wife
Yes.
is someone
Yeah.
worthy of note.
Well, she gets
That's
plenty of mention.
genuinely exciting. I'm excited by that.
And there's some such weird shit coming up. I think you're going to look forward to. So this one, I think I do apologize to you because this was a pretty difficult one to get through. There wasn't.
It's a filler episode.
Yeah, it's a filler. Yeah, you're right. This is like the ones where they don't know what to do, so they go back to the memories of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more exciting than the previous one.
You
The
reckon?
previous
Okay.
one, well, the Noah shit, we all kind of know about, other than the fucking altar.
Well,
was
we did some Noah again today. So
well, yeah.
what else did we talk about in the last one? Was it just Noah?
It was
Yeah, no, we
lineage.
Well,
Oh, we had the giants.
And it was the giants.
Yeah.
And why we needed the floods. Then it was Noah.
Yeah. So the last two have been Not much.
Fillers.
I promise
Wait, the writers were on strike for the last 2 seasons.
they might have been, and they
It's
changed,
good though.
and they did. They just changed to a new writer.
And they're painting.
And I promise it's about.
During the creation of the Earth, we were on writer's strike,
Yeah.
and they didn't have anything
lost
good
season
going on.
4 and 5.
But now that we've figured out that there's a barren lady,
Yeah.
we can add. We needed a woman. We needed a woman worthy of having a character before we could have a good story.
They tried it with a dove, but that didn't work out. They tried an animal first again, and you had like a main character woman. Yeah.
Eve could never get a redemption arc after she ate that fruit. Once she ate the fruit, irredeemable.
No, never. We're still up to in my spreadsheet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 8. Six women in the whole place compared to maybe 20 dudes.
Did they say the death age of Eve?
No, she never got mentioned again.
She's like, just there to eat the fruit
And bang Adam.
and irrelevant.
Well, she
Seth,
banged Adam. She had the kids. She was the one that had the kids.
After Seth, never mentioned again, I don't think.
No one ever talked about when Eve died or any of the other women. They get mentioned once, and that is it. They never get mentioned again. It's all about the boys, all about the dicks.
Yeah.
Except for Noah's dick, because you're not allowed to see Noah's dick.
Yeah, which otherwise you get cursed by drunk Noah. Yeah, what a cunt.
Yeah. So,
And he cursed his own children.
yeah.
The fuck?
Well, you look at my dick.
Look at my fucking dick.
That's supposed to be like the perfect human. That was what he was basing his future life on. God's like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, you're the
Perfect.
You're the most pure human. Of a bad bunch, by the way. They were a bad bunch.
But he not only
All youth are
whole
bad.
family to die, then he curses his either child or grandchild.
Yeah, both. I think there's a...
Both?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was one of his grandkids as well. Yes, fucking Noah. Yeah. Yeah.
Noah
he's talking
wasn't
about how great Noah. He's a fucking asshole. Yeah.
Mate, he was on the boat for 40 days and 14. He built the fucking boat.
Yeah, he's a worker.
Without the boat, none of us would exist.
He's a worker.
We would all
And
have
if he
died
didn't
in the
burn
flood.
all them
No, we didn't do
animals,
that shit.
if he didn't burn all them animals, God wouldn't have liked us.
No.
So-
Yeah.
All
Imagine that.
built the altar.
Imagine that if he didn't burn the animals and God came down and was like, fuck you, Noah.
Imagine what if he decided to try and grow some fruit instead?
At the altar. He built an altar and planted an apple tree.
Brings
Fuck you,
God's like,
Noah.
nah, fuck off. Did not
He gives the
like.
olive branch back. God's like, get fucked.
Get out of here. Have you not learnt I want wine or meat? That's all I need. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, all right. We should probably wrap this up. We've made it through to chapter... I've lost my markups. I can't. I'll fucking remember. I'll fix it later. We're up to chapter something. We'll catch up with the next chapter. We're gonna chat about Abram, Sarai, and Lot. There's a fair bit of traveling. They go to Egypt and there's a fair bit of stuff. And there's descendants and there's I don't know. It starts getting good. So I think next time it's going to be a bit more interesting. And I hope it's more interesting for you. Hope it's more interesting for anyone that listens. And so I think we're done.
So next time, the women are barren, but the story is not.
Yes. It's a very fertile story as opposed to the women. Yes, agreed. Well, that's Brothers Grail. Diggity doubt.